This was a Saturday morning hustle flashback episode.
Good morning. It's Saturday. I'm in the office. That means one thing: Saturday morning hustle. Technically, I'm on the back deck at 1219 Creative, our office in Oklahoma City. And there's a lot of changes about to happen here, a lot of changes happening for the Golden Group. The key to handling change when you run or own a business is to not panic. Small movements when change comes. It could be a new competitor, it could be a new client, it could be losing a client, losing an employee. These things happen. So remember who you are, stick to your core values, and stick to the structure that you created when you started your business. If you're going to make a major pivot in your business, make sure that's something you do slowly and after a lot of thought and a lot of discussion. A lot of those type of changes, major changes, can kill a business. So make small adjustments, not major changes, if you're going to have long-term success.
It's Saturday. I'm in the office. You know what that means, the Saturday Morning Hustle Podcast. No hyperbolic hustle culture, just brutally honest, straightforward business advice and motivation every Saturday for entrepreneurs, business owners, or anyone pursuing success. You can't just work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and hope to become the next big thing. You gotta work smart, work hard, put in extra effort while everyone else is sleeping, playing games, or wasting time. Maximize bonus time to get more work done. This podcast is for anyone willing to come in early, stay late, hustle on the weekend to be truly great.
This week, we're talking about change. Change happens to everyone. Sometimes you can plan for it, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you're in control of the change, sometimes it happens to you. It's just a part of life and a part of business, so you can't get too bogged down in it. But what you can do is control how you react to it. The worst thing you can do when you run or manage or operate a business is to overreact to change. You can't be so quick to make major changes in your business because you'll kill the consistency that you've built up. The flip side, though, of that is you can't be so consistent as in do the same thing forever that you never make change. You have to have some room and flexibility to do those things as well. So the example I can give you is people do business with places who are consistently delivering at a level they expect. They know what to expect when they come to your business. They know what value they get from you. But they also like to be pleasantly surprised at times, which are small things that you can add to the thing that you're doing consistently that give them options to engage you in a new way. A great example of this is your favorite restaurant has a very consistent core of what they do. Seafood or sushi or Mexican food or pizza, but occasionally they have specials. They have dishes that they're only doing for a day or a week, or they have seasonal items, this pumpkin spice latte that's only at Starbucks for a certain amount of time, etc. So these are small changes they make so that they can pleasantly surprise you while staying consistent in their delivery. So back to the idea of change. Making small adjustments as change happens to you is how you win. Big changes, pivots in your business need to be taken very careful. I'm not saying you should never pivot, because there are plenty of times where a pivot benefits a business greatly, but it takes a lot of information, a lot of consideration, a lot of conversation, a lot of analysis of the market factors, not just you, but the market factors to make a pivot. Otherwise, you should be making small adjustments. As you put your product or service out, people are going to tell you what they like and what they don't like about it. It's usually small things. It's usually price, delivery, the color, etc. Small things that you can make adjustments to bring it back towards where the audience is most likely to pay you for it. That's the key to business. So small changes and adjustments are where it comes from to be successful. Occasionally, the audience, the market will reject you. They just don't want it. It's not anything that anyone's willing to pay for. But maybe the core idea was good. It's just not how you're doing it. That's where you make a major pivot. I can't give you a great example because there's a lot of them out there, but each one is specific to that market industry and what they were up against and what they pivoted to. The key, the core of what we're talking about today is always be ready to make adjustments to change, because running a business is all about change. Success comes from change, but it comes from how you adapt to that change and not how you overreact or underreact to it. So always be looking to make changes, not major changes, but minor changes, and be flexible in your approach, but sticking to your core values, your strategy, your business plan, your connection to your audience, who you are, what you do, and why it's important to them. These are the core things that are huge. The small tactics, the day-to-day, The little things here and there are where you make the changes in order to continually move in the direction that your audience is hoping that you will move. And then if you do have to consider a major pivot, be very thoughtful. Really take your time with it. Look hard at it and look at the market factors. Look at what the audience is telling you and not what you're thinking about. And this is another example here where if you're going to make a major pivot, please bring in some outside help. Bring in a third party person who isn't romantic about what you've built and what you're doing and can just look at those outside factors and give you a clear path to what that pivot should be if you're serious about success. If you're just doing something as an ego play, then do what you do, stick with what's always got you there, and see what happens, because that's pure ego, not business. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys. Another Saturday down. You guys get a little bit of work done and then get out in the world and have some fun. Talk to you next week on the Saturday Morning Hustle.
Thanks for listening to a Saturday Morning Hustle flashback episode.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe so you never miss an episode. Leave a comment, leave a review, share with a friend. I would really appreciate that. Follow and engage on social media, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and this Saturday Morning Hustle Facebook fan page. All the information, all the past episodes, all the Saturday Morning Hustle, Entrepreneur AF, and Coffee and Donuts swag is at SaturdayMorningHustle.com. See you next week.